Go.
Hi everybody, we're Group Tenagers and our presentation is NEWCLEO. I'm Lily Burke.
I'm Cristiana.
I'm Nay.
I'm Joelle.
And I'm Francesco.
First, we will start with a short introduction to NEWCLEO. Then we'll have our SWOT analysis, during which we will discuss our strategic recommendation for NEWCLEO, and we will have a conclusion. NEWCLEO is a UK-based nuclear energy company, and they are developing their own lead-cooled fast reactor, which is a Generation 4 nuclear reactor.
So SWOT analysis is a tool used to combine internal and external analysis in one framework. The acronym stands for Strengths, Weaknesses, Opportunities, and Threats. At the base of it is the idea that the company should leverage internal strengths in order to exploit external opportunities and pay attention to its internal weaknesses in order to reduce external threats. Regarding strengths, the first one that we analyzed is the diverse range of experience, knowledge, and perspectives of the company. The people that guide the company all have a real strong basis in the nuclear sector. Just looking at the current CEO, it can be noticed that he worked in the past with Carlo Rubbia, that was a Nobel Prize winner. In order to operate in this industry, it is also required for the companies to have a strong technical capability. NEWCLEO was born just 2 years ago, but with the plans of the fast cooling reactors has already demonstrated its ability to grow. And also the many patents that the company have help it gain a competitive advantage over its competitors. In order to gain credibility, the company has also partnered with ENEA, that is an Italian state-sponsored nuclear research and development agency, and also with Polytechnic of Milano and Polytechnic of Torino, which are two important engineering universities famous all over the world.
Among the weaknesses, NEWCLEO has a weak geographic presence since it only operates in 3 countries, Italy, UK, and France. Also, NEWCLEO has no partnerships with established companies in the nuclear energy industry, but with less relevant entities, like Francesco previously said, ENEA, that is the National Agency for New Technologies, Energy, and Sustainable Economic Development, and 2 universities, Politecnico di Milano and Politecnico di Torino. Since the company does not have a renowned name in the industry, NEWCLEO could be further confronted by reputational concerns, and it could represent a problem in an industry characterized by a small number of players. The company does not receive extensive state support, as in the case for other firms like Rosatom, CZM, and KEPCO, that are global leaders in the nuclear technologies, and this could pose some difficulties in competing with entities supported by the state.
Opportunities-wise, NEWCLEO, which is only present in 3 nations, as Christiana said, might expand its operations to other areas. Indeed, the company has already begun to prepare how to achieve so thought-wise purchases. Furthermore, the company could explore the opportunity to enter into partnerships or alliances with other firms to achieve a more relevant position in the industry, maybe considering not only research and development agencies, but also established and famous companies. The company's main possibility comes from the increased popularity of nuclear power. This growing recognition has primarily spread since the crisis between Russia and Ukraine, which has forced many nations to cease importing gas from Russia and to rely more on domestic energy sources. As aforementioned, the increased understanding of nuclear energy's ability to reduce carbon emissions in compared to other energy generation methods has led to its increased appeal. One last opportunity that we identified is provided to NEWCLEO directly by the UK government, which runs the Contracts of Difference program, which makes it possible for nuclear enterprises to obtain long-term financing.
Among the threats, the company's major competitors pose the most serious threat to NEWCLEO's operations. In terms of research and development, all of the competitors identified in our external analysis are ahead of NEWCLEO, and if the company does not generate enough economic value in a short period of time, it risks incurring enormous losses. Another external challenge that NEWCLEO must address is the substantial money required for nuclear energy sector. The majority of the funding comes from the state, the government, and quick changes and political instability could have a negative impact on the expansion of nuclear companies because nuclear reactors take decades to build. This poses a risk since their building could be decided by one government and then blocked by another one. Italy, for example, has phased out nuclear energy production. This condition encourages fewer businesses to flourish in this nation, limiting technical progress and harming the entire industry. This results not just in a small market, but also in a lack of domestic suppliers for crucial components.
Okay, so next we'll be talking about the best strategic move for NEWCLEO. As you can see on the slide here, it says to pursue partnerships with globally recognized research centers. So a couple of reasons why we said that this was the best strategy overall for NEWCLEO was because it gives access to new markets. And this is really important for relatively new companies, just like Francesco and Christiana said. They don't have much experience with their consumers and they want to be able to open into these markets and really get a fresh look at who they're dealing with these nuclear energies. And next, we would also say that they gain more credibility. And through this, they will show that their experience might be better than other companies, but just because they're such a small and unknown company right now, they don't really know who they're really selling to. So being able to have that credibility in the future will get them more brand ships with other companies and be able to actually go into their field with more experience. And this goes into also improving brand recognition. We just wanted to make sure that with NEWCLEO, they're able to get into their sorry, I lost the word. They're able to get into the place that they're selling and try and really get all of those consumers that they can and make sure that they understand the market and where it's going in the future. And that way, when they try to innovate and create new products, they're able to really tackle and understand where the market is going. We also said that it's also great to work together to fund projects. One of the threats that we had listed was they are really down with their funding. And so when they partner with these globally recognized research centers, they're able to get funds that they might not have had before. And that will also benefit them when they're trying to innovate and create new products. And lastly, we said like it would create a great competitive advantage. Going in, they obviously want to be the top competitor. And when they gain this knowledge and they gain this experience with these other companies, it will really help them gain a competitive advantage going forward into the field of the nuclear energy, which is a very relatively new field. And so next, Nea is going to talk about some examples that other companies used with this strategy that we picked for NEWCLEO.
All right, to emphasize on our recommendation, one example of a company that's used partnerships as a key strategy was for growth was Uber. We are all familiar with Uber. They have formed strategic partnerships with a variety of companies and expand its reach and provide additional value to their users. For example, they've partnered with major credit card companies to offer discounts and promotions to their cardholders. And Uber has also partnered with major hotels and airlines to offer transportation services to their guests and customers. One of the most notable partnerships that they've formed is with Spotify. This partnership allows them to connect with Spotify accounts for their user app and control the music that plays during the ride, for example. This not only enhances the overall experience, but also helps to differentiate Uber from its competitors. So to sum it up, partnerships will help NEWCLEO leverage the resources and expertise of partners to help achieve its own goal. It would definitely also expand their market and differentiate itself by incorporating additional value to their target market.
So since NEWCLEO entered into the industry relatively late, the most important issues to consider is the funding and competition, which is why we recommend that NEWCLEO enters partnerships with other companies. Team Tanagers thanks you for watching this presentation.